And, you know, you kind of want to have front row attacks, because that's where all the foes will be eventually, you know, provided you don't kill them off too soon in the back rows. Damn it.
The slow death, unforeseen, unforgiving. As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Nice. Nothing must be left untouched. Nope.
In radiance, may we find victory.
No journal entry.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Journal of Darius Highwayman 2 of 6. Day 4. The road to this damned hamlet was a tricky one, both to find and to travel. When it revealed its ruined face, I swore I'd never seen such neglect. Some buildings collapsed and uncaring residents fidgeting uselessly. I went swiftly to the tavern. Others with similar interests had gathered there, and I was assembled into an expedition. Believe at the first light on the morrow. A small holy altar seems out of place against the backdrop of corruption. Pills, soothing light, and ghost €1. Plus 20% damage until camp. We won't be camping, thus for the rest of the thing, plus 20% damage. Deus Vault, motherfucker!
Back to the pit.
No, that's how you do it.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Hopefully the audio levels are actually fine. Again, I was kind of cavalier about it all. So, you know, maybe they aren't. I wouldn't have a clue.
As the light gains purchase,
Still do need to go back and finish the zombie game and Runer, though they will be done by the time this comes out. Well done.
cruel machinations spring to life with a singular purpose.
I will heal him with the other guy once I get a chance. So yeah, this will only be coming out after they're done, but I still haven't actually finished them yet.
Confusion, nerves, and panic.
Random erections. I know. Anyone else get just, random erections when you're like fighting for your life? I know I do. With me, baby, one more time.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
An urn holds the ashes and the departed. Okay, we'll leave it behind. Actually, can't even go back and loot it again. He's testing.
Those who covet injury find it in no short supply.
Transform. Do it. Okay, you can do it fine from where you stand, actually. Nice. It's also kind of a weird, like, vaguely demon form. I know it's just like it's vaguely demony to me. Really, dude.
Executed with impunity.
Damn it. Good. Nice. Now at least we can all hit him again. Well, except him. Come on. There you go.
Ghoulish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud. A fortune waiting to be spent.
Not really. Smell that fear? That doom? Delightful. Though uninteresting. Truly the greatest of terrors.
Promise of safety. The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Fine, get rid of that. Curious about these. A trampled journal. Howl, dear friend, exemplary warrior, a survivor of the king's wars, and many sorties in these halls met an ignoble end. We were weary, Howl and I, as we searched for sanctuary. Weariness, it appears, has a murder streak, blinded him to the mechanism that tripped the spikes which eviscerated him. As I held them as his essence slipped away. Another giant fallen in her mad pursuit. I'm alone now, weary, but unbowed. I press on. Good. I figure a highwayman would be better at those than Crusader. Bombardment! Oh, it's artillery, but artillery bombardment. Blast. Beast. Is it 2 per battle? That's much. That justifies using it a lot. I was stingy with it because I thought you couldn't, though you probably shouldn't because of this stress mechanic. It is kind of funny seeing him using the same cowering, like posing in the other form, like in between both forms. It could heal 0 and bleed him. It is a really terrible heal. It can heal great, but it is, like I said, it has a chance of doing nothing.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
An altar dedicated to unholy abominations. Perhaps great paralyzed within. It's pure decorative. That could have been worse, I suppose. Oh, very much so. Suddenly bloody, but could have been worse.
All my whole. we reclaim what is ours.
Now that's more like it. Boom, boom, boom. Irrepressible. Plus 5% virtue chance. Lazy eye. Reduces chance with range skills. Hard noggin. Increases sun resist by 15%. Excuse me.
Strength, purpose, and peace. All can be found in the focused mind.
The veteran sergeant will be demonstrating his training regimen. The veteran sergeant will be demonstrating his training regiment at the guild hall every night for the next week. All those concerned with self-preservation are encouraged to attend. Idle men-at-arms gain 1 resolve level. If that event keeps going even later on in the game, I imagine that gets really great. Because say, as you know, the XP rises, it might take, instead of 1 run to level a person, might take 2 or more, and but a free level. Now that's nice. Of course, say if you're halfway through a level, it's less nice, because presumably it's not going to dump you halfway into the next level. Still don't have the lady.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
The trampled journal part, that makes no sense. Damn, that's quite a change, ain't it? Survivalist, upgrade camping skills.
At home in wild places, she is a stalwart survivor and a strict instructor.
Righteousness and conviction inspire compelling speeches around the campfire. In the face of the mounting stress, Crusader is a leader standing tall and refusing to break. His unshakable belief can assuage companions' fears, reassuring them that despite the hardships they will most certainly endure, all will be well in the end. So he has a speech, reduces stress for the party, and all companions reduce stress for 4 battles. Stand tall. Removes mortality debuffs and stress from 1 person. And care, pep talk, zealous vigil, reduces stress, but if afflicted, it reduces a bit less. Emperor's events, nighttime ambush. Unshakable leader. Only for themselves, but it reduces their strength by 25% for 4 battles. The men-at-arms seeks to either practice his strict training regimen himself or teach it to his companions. Dexterity, damage, and unerring accuracy await those fortified enough to endure his lessons. The highwayman relished his cynical preparedness and off-color jokes around the campfire. Life spent running and hiding has taught him the tenuous benefits of perimeter alarms and late-night investigations into the encroaching shadows. Unparalleled finesse for himself only. It gives him 10 dodge for 4 battles, 2 speed, 20% damage melee skills, plus 20% damage melee skills, plus 10 accuracy to melee skills. All that for 4 battles. Prayers, chants, and blessings bring peace and solace to the Vestal and her party. She can improve a companion's combat prowess, or instead focus on reducing the group's stress and making the campsite a safe place for a good night's rest. The Grey Robber is restless and first wanderer while the party camps, always looking out for trinkets and baubles. She may reluctantly confess to pilfering an item in the hamlet prior to departure, or entertain those with similarly morbid sense of humour with a biting and ironic wit. Snuff box removes disease from herself and the companion. Nice. Gallows humor, nighttime moves, Pilfer produces a random supply item. That could be useful. At campsites, you have a limited amount of time to do stuff. So there's a there's a management aspect there. The Plague Doctor makes use of experimental remedies and risky healing practices to cure her companions' ailments and restore their vigor. Eager to prove the effectiveness of her latest untested concoction, she'll inject herself, blindly faithful in its beneficial results. Experimental vapors heal 50% health and plus 33% healing received for 4 battles. Technically, that's not a third because a third will be 33%. Well, 33 and 1/3%. The Cure. No, not the band. I just stole that joke from Venture Quest. They did the exact same thing. You go to this one area and there's a vampire werewolf war. And if you go off to one side, you can join either's faction. And if you go off to one side, there's a point you can go to get cured, and it's called The Cure. But if you go to the other side of the map, you can become a werepire, vampire werewolf. So, self-medicate, reduces stress, 20% healing, heal 20% HP, remove blight, remove bleeding, and 10 ACC for 4 battles. Pep talk, encourage, and wound care. The Abomination spends his restful moments lost in the myriad symptoms of his condition. The pulse-pounding self-buffs provide opportunities for even greater effectiveness in the next melee, while concentrating on suppressing his terrible outputs can alleviate some of the terrible impulses can alleviate some of the party's apprehension. Psych Up. It increases their damage for 4 battles, but it stresses the party out, more so if they're religious. 10 if they're not, 20 if they are. Then the Quickening increases speed for 4 battles. Eldritch Blood increases their own stress, but increases their resistance to stuff greatly. At rest, the occultist will attempt communion with the dark and impossible forces of the void in order to strengthen himself in the party. Such efforts are frequently taxing, however, exacting a toll in darkness and stress. Abandon Hope reduces stress on him, but boosts strength on his stress on his companions. 50, it could go at 50-50 of 10 stress or 5. Dark Ritual, reduce torchlight by 100 plus 15 stress, but can heal one companion for 50% health and remove the mortality debuffs. Dark Strength, I think I've seen that before. That's everything. And this reduces the cost of camping skill purchases. Ever actually gotten her thing before? And trade heirlooms. Christ. Yeah. Yeah, no. Could do that.
Great heroes can be found even here, in the mud and rain.
I like that ability. Abyssal Artillery. I like it. But regrettably, he doesn't have anything else combat-wise that stacks with it. He has hands for Abyss, which I wouldn't want to use. And anyway, it would require him to be in first or second slot. He could do Damon's Pull. I'll leave him as is for the time being. I'm gonna leave Fury here so he gets that free level up. No, I'm leaving too soon. There we go. They can only 4 things at a time. Toggle skills on and off to change your loadout, and watch how it changes the hero's positional strength in display above. I know I keep thinking, ah, I'm done. Then it's like, no, I'm not. I think that's fine, but now I need to go here and... Oh, you're fine. You need better overcoat. You need light plate and cloth. Cloth and plate. You need intense robes. Not sure if I'll be bringing with you. Oh, actually, I have some new stuff to say. Scholarly robes, better suited to the library than the harsh realities of venturing, all the occultism was brought with him. His rituals and chants required deft movements of hand and finger, so better be unencumbered that he might channel the power of his morbid fetish, the polished skull of a dead man. A light coat is all that the grave robber will wear. She favours mobility and dexterity over protection. Concealed within her garment are razor-sharp throwing knives, and buckled to her back, a pickaxe. Clad in the heaviest plate, the man-at-arms is a mace-wielding wrecking ball, quick to react and adapt. He is most effective leading the charge, protecting his companions with his unbreakable shield. Should probably have had the rest of his gear made out of that. Okay, I am actually going to bring someone else for this, so... You're getting subbed in. Wrong one. This one. Actually. Thought I had someone... Oh, I couldn't set anyone to gamble. That guy was in here. Powerful spirits wash the taste of maggots out of my mouth. Go have fun gambling. You go get laid. Fetch me more pillows. Let's tempt fortune, shall we? Actually, I think I'm... Okay, I'm gonna have to put this guy here to pray. I don't feel comfortable bringing him with. Show me the plan. Give me the strength I require. I'm gonna bring these two. A necromancer is performing unspeakable rituals in the shattered halls of their ancestral home. It must be stopped. Holy orders, Crusader, very rare. Increases virtue chance, reduces stress, increases death blow resist, bite and bleed resist. Oh fuck it, let's go do that. And actually, we pop back to town for a moment because I didn't upgrade that guy. He'll probably want a few upgrades. I've used up most of my money, but I have plenty of knickknacks here that I can sell. Yes. There. Got a bit more cash. And you know what? I'm going to end this here. I wanted to head to bed a bit early. And it's now half 2. So I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this. And I hope you join me again soon. I'm not sure when I'll be recording more. But not that it will really matter to you, given the realities of this. Like I've still some strafe to upload from ages back. I've decided that I'm not uploading any of it till I'm done Reaper and the zombie game, because then I can just have a nice period of those videos, and it's just an obsessive thing. I decided on a whim to do one thing, so I'm gonna go with that one thing. So yeah, I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you join me again soon. If there's anything you'd like to tell me, please let me know in the comment section below. But till then, love and peace, baby.